Hello everyone, it's the Coco Video Guide series part 6. And in this one, we're going to finish our Theorycraft. Now, I go through these very thoroughly, and I try not to go too quickly in my speaking when I go. I am a sloth, by the way, I don't know what you guys expecting. But essentially though, right, like being careful to attention to detail, make sure we get the calculations correct. And again, yes, you may have spent half an hour of your life learning about all this. Some of you just might want the answers. Well, too bad, right? I'll try to put the answers in the description of the videos. Last video, I think I said wand was the HP percentage. I think when it's staff or something like that. So sorry. A little errata. Let's go ahead and continue though. On today's video, the topic is going to be taking the values that we figured out for her HP and trying to see how that's going to affect her actual heals. So let's take a look at her skills. Coco has a lot of ability to heal. Now, bento and breakfast we went over. It's a percentage of the target's HP, so that's akin to like a regeneration ability, okay, where it's a percentage of their HP. Her HP has nothing to do, okay, with these, okay, nothing. So we can cross that out off our list, give it a sad face, okay. We don't want it, okay. What we do want to look at though, we'll put it in green because green means good apparently. We're gonna take a look right over there on this skill, okay? Now normally I do a video per each skill. However, since this is a Theorycraft video, in this part of the guide of the series, we're gonna take a look at portions of this, and we're just gonna focus on the HP increases. We're not gonna focus on anything in terms of cooldowns, in terms of range, in terms of practical application. That will be its own video for this particular skill, okay? There's a reason why my brain catalogs everything. Otherwise, it's just too much information and it's overwhelming. And not everyone's got the time to listen to me for 2 hours in one day. So you got to break it up, okay? When it comes to me, I think. Right? Anyways, so what numbers do we see? We see a 25% of her HP, and we see 45%. It says of the caster's HP, she's the one who's casting the skill. So a quarter or 9/20ths, that does not roll off the tongue as well as a quarter, of her HP. Now, we had 3 values. Let's go to our calculator. Okay, actually, let's write it right here. Okay, the low end. The low end we'll put in red, I guess, because, you know, that's what I do, I guess. That's what I decided just now. And assuming I did not lose the HP percentage calculation numbers, let me find. Okay. So, I realized I paused it. Oh man. When did I pause it? Oh, did I pause it after I did the joke about finger painting? I think I did, right? Dang it. Okay, we're gonna have to do it again, right? But essentially, I was saying that how like I scribble on this, right, with my finger, but it's like with the paint tool. So I'm basically finger painting to give you guys information. Okay. And if I did that joke already, I'll edit it out, like, because my memory is apparently not there. It's high quality finger painting using a digital device to give you the best information of Sword of Convallaria. Okay, so let's go to our calculator. Okay. So here we are, looking at our calculator, and we have 3 HP values, right? We have 8,658. If she uses her 25% heal, that will heal for 2,164. Okay? So 2,164 This is, again, that minimum HP value that everyone's guaranteed eventually after you get all the talent tree nodes unlocked. Once you get a 5-star brutal axe, okay, so this is something that's kind of guaranteed, not RNG. Okay, 2,164. This is her minimum heal that she will do on a single target. Okay, now if we take a look at the 45% heal, well, let's take a look at that number. We're going to go ahead and take 8,658, multiply it by 45%. We're going to get somewhere close to 3,900. Okay? So we got... Okay, so here we have... Okay, 3,896. Almost 3,900, right? Now, how... So that is, well, the 45% heal. Okay? Now I'm writing these numbers down. Okay? So that we can compare all three of them side by side later on. Let's go ahead and do the same calculation. I'm going to go... Actually, you don't have to watch me do it. To save time, I'm going to go ahead and do all the rest of the calculations, and then I'll reveal the results. Okay? See you in the future. Okay, and now I'm back. You know, I had a thought while I was doing the calculations. I said, see you in the future, right? But this video, you're going to see it after I've already done it and already experienced it. So that means even though I say see you in the future, it's the future for me, but it's actually the past. So you just saw the future past? I don't know. That's kind of interesting of a thought. Anyway, let's continue now, right? Because I was thinking, I was like, you don't really say, I'll see you in the past. Hey, Bill. Hey, I'll see you in the past, Bill. And Bill's like, all right, I'll see you yesterday. Bye, Bill. Bye. That doesn't how that work, right? Anyways, so I have the values. So let's go ahead and put them on the screen for you. So, in red, we'll go ahead and put the kind of guaranteed HP values. Okay, so we ended up getting on her 25% heal for having a base HP of 8,638. It's going to heal for this much. Then on average, though, players should be able to get to 10k 214, so 10,214, which will end up being an increased heal, and that will be about 2553. And lastly, when you push it up to its max, like getting over 12,548 HP, you're going to result in this number right here in green. So, you know, the minimum value to the maximum value is almost a difference of 1,000 HP. Okay, so there's a reason why you're gonna want to actually work on our HP value, because it does change the amount of HP the target's gonna get. Now this is a single target heal, and it's her weakest one, right? 2164, right, is the guaranteed. People are gonna probably get this value right here in the middle. Okay, so you're looking at around 2,500, anywhere from 25 to 2,600 HP in terms of a heal. Okay, now let's take a look at her 45% HP heal. I'm gonna go ahead and write the numbers, and then I'll see you in the future past. And we're back in the future, or in the past. The future past. We're back to the future past. Okay, right? Featuring me with crazy hair and having a teenage friend. Or wait. Or do I befriend a crazy old senior citizen? Like, I don't know. Anyways, so essentially, this is the 45% heal. So the very minimum that you'll get is 3896. That's in red. Okay, so it's almost a 4,000 heal, 4K heal. Okay, Now, the next step up goes to almost about a 4,600 heal, and that's going to be average. So on average, you can expect about a 4,600 heal. And of course, the theoretical pushes it up to the max to about 5,500. Now, something to note, going from average to the max, that is almost a gain of 1,100 HP. That is a significant amount of HP, right? So if you really have something close to the theoretical, you're getting a way bigger heal than the average amount, right? Which we're setting here in yellow, okay? Of course, people can kind of easily get that average amount, okay? With not too much farming. And over time, your number is going to go from like, if there was a line between these two numbers, right? Like I would say going from the red number to the yellow number takes about some effort, right? Not that much, but some effort. You actually have to be thinking, I want HP values. And like, that's the effort. You just, that's it. That's all the effort. I would like some HP. Like, hello, welcome to Sword of Convallaria. Fast food chain, drive-through. What would you like? I would like a HP percent. Would you like that? Small, medium, or large? Large, like, and a flat HP. Would you like that with the side of magic defense +2? What else do you got? Well, that's it. You're just gonna have to take it, or we're just gonna have to scrap the whole order and do it all over again, but for extra money. Oh, engraving system. Oh, just like, okay. How much is it gonna cost? Well, depends. Do you want the common, rare, epic, or legendary combo? How much is the legendary combo? Pretty expensive. Oh, yeah, I think I'll just have the epic one. Okay. Anyways, so okay, mental one-man skit over. But essentially, that effort to get from the red number to the yellow number, that's how much effort you have to put in. Okay, not that much thought has to go into it. Okay, but in order to go from, again, that yellow number to the green number, you are going to have to continuously kind of try attempts on your engravings and get the better the better outcome, okay? And then if you don't get the better outcome, you just pass on it, which is really nice about the engraving system. The Tarot Whispers, on the other hand, those are complete RNG in terms of what Tarot Whisper you get, what they roll, and it's either you replace it with the other Tarot Whisper or not. There's no, and you do get to still kind of effectively keep those stats, because if, well, the other Tarot Whisper card doesn't work, you never equip it. And then you can break it down and get 70% refunded. So both RNG mechanics in this game, right? You're able to keep your original set. Can we just like say that okay, I know that some people have, like I hear in the comments, people, as soon as they added like engravings and they were like, oh man, another RNG mechanic? Oh, I'm done with this game, right? First it was the gotcha, then it was the Tarot Whisper, and now I gotta get these dang engravings. I'm out of here. Now, unfortunately, right? Well, since you can keep the stuff you already have for both gear, before Tarot Whisper and engravings, like, it's not that bad. You can only get better. Like, you can only get stuff better, right? You don't lose anything. There's a lot of gotchas out there where like you have to sacrifice in order like to like get upgrades. Although, yeah, like, people just don't like people. I don't know. I grew up in the days of the old school RPGs where and especially even the early MMOs were like heavy grind fest, right? So I'm, like compared to those times, this is like a vacation. Anyways, but what I really want to stress though is going from this yellow number to the green number, over time you'll get closer, right? You'll start off at about 4,600, you'll get to 4,800, you'll get up to about 5,000. And I think when you get to probably to like the 5,000 mark, you're good, okay? Only the people with the best rolled stuff is going, and there's a diminishing returns. It's going to get harder, right? And it's going to require a lot more resources in terms of gold, resources in terms of farming and stamina, right? Just for one character, okay? To get this amazing extra few hundred points of healing, okay? So I think 5,000 is a heal is probably a good stopping point, okay? In my opinion, 5,000 is a lot. Coco is the highest HP unit I think in the game right now for her base HP, and we calculated that theoretically she's going to be able to get to like 12,500 ish HP. Okay, so like if you're getting 12,500 HP, sure is probably, if you add strike back armor, she can probably get 13,000. Sure, whatevs, right? But if you do 5,600 heal, right? That's like almost half her HP, right? For other characters, you're gonna have other characters, and they are going to have HP pools that are probably going to be like 8,000 to 9,000, okay? Because of a few reasons. One, they don't have as high of a base HP, okay? Two, they're not going to be equipping like a brutal axe or gear that's going to give them an HP increase on top of the stat that you see in the lower left corner. And three, right? You're probably not focusing on HP as a stat that you're going to aim for in your engravings, okay? In your engravings, or in your tarot whispers, okay? So that's another big percentage of HP that you're not going to have on those other characters. So having Coco being able to give, even though, like when we looked at those numbers and I said, he can probably stop at 5,000, right? Even if you got the yellow number, like 4,600 HP, that is half the HP pool of basically any other character. Okay? Like, that is a ginormous heal. Now, to be fair, I say it's a ginormous heal in terms of percentage healing, okay? Now, when you heal for a percentage, that's good, right? She has her 45%. I heal you for 45% of my HP, right? But let's come down to it. When you want an actual character that actually specializes, like an actual character that specializes in healing, you're gonna look at someone like Angel, right? Because she's gonna be healing quite a bit, right? Like we got 100% of her magic attack value, right? Now, like, that's a whole different question. Does Coco's heal outcompete other healers' heal, right? So if we can get like Angel's heal value to somewhere around like 3,000, magic attack to like 3,000 or something like that, right? Does her single heal beat Coco's? Doesn't seem like it does, right? It doesn't seem like it does, right? Now, she can do AoE healing, okay? In addition to her single target heal, you can have her do regenerate, which gives an additional 20% magic attack. So this becomes 120%. But in terms of giant single target heals, right? Like, Even against other healers, Coco might actually, when built properly, be better of a single target healer than even the dedicated healers. However, that does come at a cost because her heal is not a giant, it's not a range 2, but in a range around her. So she has to be nearby her allies to give that heal. Okay. As opposed to someone like Angel who can do it at ranged. Okay. So yeah. So there's that. So okay. Now you may think we're done. Okay. And yes, at 20 minutes in, I do kind of wish we were done. Now we had some fun, we made some jokes along the way. But there's one other aspect we have to talk about. Okay. So we looked at Angel, right? Angel is able to equip this cube and it gives healing effect. Okay. Now increased healing effect increases one's ability to heal. Okay. So we have to include possible ways to increase Coco's healing effect. Okay. I believe that there are definitely ways to do such a thing. Okay. So, for example, there are tarot whispers that I need to find. Mercy of the High Priestess increases the healing effect by 15%. Let me go ahead and quickly look to see what the legendary slot is. 1 second. Okay, I figured it out. So for that particular Tarot Whisper, the effect actually doubles. So you get an additional 15%, and then it says if an ally is dying. Now it doesn't specify whether or not the person you're healing, if that ally is dying, then you get 15%, or if it's just having an ally that's dying near you, right? And you heal somebody else, right? You can still get the effect. I don't know. We'd have to test that. You get an additional 15% if the target's dying. So that's anywhere from 30 to 45% increase from just the Tarot Whisper, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and note that down. 30 to 45% HP increased healing effect. Now you may have noticed, but I have a cooling powder, okay? And if you increase a cooling powder, increased healing received increases by 16%. So if you're curious about increasing her heal on her own self, then yeah, we can go ahead and do this item. Let me check to see if there's anything else that increases healing effect. I think there's one more Tarot Whisper, and it's the one I currently have. People may not know that Gibbous Moon has, when the character's injured, healing received increases by 15%, and further to 30% when dying. So that will increase the amount of healing that she gets. Not only will it increase the Gibbous Moon effect, right? But when she heals herself, she'll get 15 up to 30% for her own self, right? Now, is that going to be better than the other tarot card that we just saw? Well, the other tarot card increases her healing effect. So whether or not she heals herself or another person, it's going to go up no matter what. This one is a bit of a selfish one, okay? But it does give her a passive regen. And since she does have a high max HP, her passively healing 20%, it may be good. Maybe a viable option there. Let me check to see if there's any other healing increased gear that she can equip. Well, there are boons, for example. So if you're able to apply healing 1, 2, 3, etc., it will increase the sort of healing effect. So there's that in terms of a boon. But what about other gear? We can see the Old Scrolls of August has a healing 2 buff. Okay, so there's a trinket that can potentially give you a healing 2 buff, but the chances are not consistent. Of course, they're pretty low. Okay, well, that's all the sources I can find in terms of gear, trinkets, engravings. Well, actually, engravings, let me check that. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right, and as we can see, It's possible to get that level 2 attribute boost. So Wand can give you a random chance at getting healing received. We can go for Cup, which gives us a healing effect of 10% and a healing received of 10%. Right? So that's a 10%, 10% there. Okay. Which is probably going to be the one you're going to select if we want to boost our healing. So now we're going to have to take those 3 numbers that we had previously and boost them again. So let's, assuming that she had Cup, right? 10% increased healing effect and then 10% received. And then let's assume that she was wearing one of these, Mercy of the High Priestess. So that's a 40% when someone's not dying, or a 55% increased heal when they are dying. Then if she heals herself, it's another 10% increased heal. So let's take those numbers and let me write them on the screen for you. Okay, so I did a bunch of calculations. I'm always finding ways to save some time in these videos, and I'm getting better, I promise. Okay, so the guaranteed amount of healing, we already went over those numbers. Now, if you take that amount of healing, right? So normally we would have the quarter heal would be about 2164. Actually, we have to do this in red, right? Because it was the lowest heal. 2164 for the 25% heal. Well, if you increase that by 40 to 55%, that's going to be a new range of about 3,024 to 3,354. Forgive me, that was a weird 3. Holy shoes. Okay, so that's about a 900 flat HP increase. But that's not the only thing, because remember she can heal for 45% of her HP. So what's guaranteed as the minimum for that 45% heal was 3896. We found that out before. However, if you increase that by 40 to 55%, the new value becomes 5554 up to 6,038. So this is, again, the guaranteed non-random amount of healing that you can get off of Coco using her 45% of her HP as a heal. Okay. When you give her an increase in healing effect from the Tarot Whisper, the Priestess one, and the engraving, okay, that increases her healing. Then you take those blue numbers and you add an additional, you increase that by an additional 10%, and you'll get like anywhere from like 5,900 to 6,600 heal just for herself if she chooses herself, if that's okay. So yeah, and we already said that characters are going to probably get anywhere from 7, 8, or 9,000 HP. So this is that 45% heal, like that value of her stat, of her HP, is almost equivalent when boosted to 70 to 85% of another target's HP. Now this is all guaranteed. Okay, we haven't even gone over the yellow stat. The yellow stat value that we figured out. Okay, so she had 2553, right? And for the 25% heal, that's going to go up to be a 3571 all the way up to 3957. Okay, that's just a quarter of her HP being boosted. Okay, but what if we do the 45% heal? And again, yellow was the average amount, right? H of her max HP, like that players will get, and then we'll continuously make better. So that heal was 4,596. Now when boosted with the tarot, we're gonna go somewhere really far up, even getting as far up when the character's dying. Again, the right range is when the character's dying. 7,123 heal. Now, for a character that has a low HP value, that might be 100% of their HP. Okay, and then when they're dying, they're not at 0%, right? They're at like 10%, 15, 20. Okay, so you're essentially going to full heal them. Now, again, this is on average. Okay, now let's take a look at the theoretical, because I guess that's the last step to do here is to look at the theoretical. We had 3137 being the heal at a quarter. That's going to go up to 4,391 through 4,862. That is a big heal. Okay. And then last one. Whew, we're almost there. Last one. Okay. And then for the last 5,646 was that 45% heal at a decent theoretical maximum, right? And that's going to turn into, when boosted, 7,904 up to an 8,751 heal. That should be more than enough to 100% heal any ally, whether or not they're injured or dying, other than the tankiest, other than the HP boosted units that you have that will probably be other defenders. Okay? So effectively, we look at this number, right? Let's ask the question, if Coco was to choose herself, could she full heal her own self? Well, 8,751. We take a look at our calculator. Okay. 8,751 with a 10% increase in healing received. At the theoretical max, can she fully heal herself? The answer is no. No, she can't. She can't fully heal herself from 0% to 100. Now, can she heal herself from maybe like 20%, 15% to 100%? Yeah, she probably can, right? But again, this is theoretical. And this is pretty much not going to be obtainable except for the like 1% of players who are very lucky or spend so much resources that they just play the RNG statistics game to eventually get it. And even then will require a lot of resources. Okay, everyone. So we're going to start wrapping up the video. Thank you very much for watching. So the conclusion then, so in this video, we took the data from the past video and we checked to see at the 3 different HP thresholds, how much is that quarter heal going to be? How much is that 45% heal going to be? Okay. And we got some values there, which were pretty good, right? Unboosted HP healing is on its own pretty nice. However, since Coco as a defender unit spends a lot of her time, her kit is based on her healing damage received. She does have one ability to reduce damage, but Coco as a defender, she is a reactionary defender. Okay, she is healing damage that has already occurred on your team. Okay, she's not preventing damage by blocking or taking hits for other people. Okay, she is letting you get hit. Right? Well, she can block, I guess. That's true. I'm sorry. But essentially though, like, she is providing other utility through healing. She's not out there doing a bunch of damage like Alexei or Nurgle. Okay, she's not heavily debuffing the other team like Magnus. Her role is as a support. Now, when you boost it with the increased healing effect, the HP value gains were so large, okay, as to make a difference for your team. Okay, now for one singular unit, 1,000 or 2,000 extra HP and a heal may not get them, the point is to get them out of the dying or injured state, right? You want to be able to take any character that needs assistance and get them back to healthy. So that way they deal 100% of their damage. That way they don't take any increased damage, right? And that way they're less likely to die, because in this game there's no reviving. When someone's down, they're gone and they're off the battlefield. Okay, this is not Final Fantasy. Okay, where they're not knocked out, they're gone. Okay. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it for the video. That's all the data calculations that we're gonna be doing for a while. Okay. Goodness gracious, that took forever. Okay, if you watch these 2 videos, that was over an hour of figuring out all the juicy mathematics related to Coco in her max HP and her max HP into her healing, and then increasing that healing, and then seeing what that looks like. Okay, well then, now you have the necessary information for the rest of time. Hey, we spent an hour to do the math and do the thing, and now you don't have to do it. I did it, so you don't have to. All right, bye-bye.